Good evening and welcome to Formula Pi Round 2 Challenge Session 1. The first opportunity this season to gain some real points in the Formula Pi season. We're back, and good news everyone, we've got a working graphics card in this machine. There's no tears, everyone's happy, and SpinView is actually looking mighty fine with the new graphics card.
Hooray.
It's silky smooth now, you'll be pleased to know. All of the images now look great. They're all like high def images of the cards that have been redone, so all of your lids look really magnificent in their full colourful glory. So, without further ado, I will wind up SpinView, which I'm very, very excited to welcome back. It's amazing. So, first heat tonight on the left-hand side with the red light underneath their robot. It's Team Muon from Kingston upon Thames in the UK. They have 2 years Python experience as a team. They are a team of 17 and 18-year-old A-level students. This is their first time into Formula Pi. They managed a 19.16 second best lap in the testing, so looking good for tonight's racing. Next up, a returner to Formula Pi. It's number 119. It's Sheldon's Fury. They're currently in Kazan in Russia, but James, the owner of Sheldon, is telling me that he travels around a lot for work and works with schools, so currently he's in Russia. He's been dabbling in code since 1996. He will be starting on the right-hand lane with the green LED under his robot. He was 11th in his last appearance in Formula Pi and managed a best lap of 18.38 seconds in testing last week. And aren't we all happy that SpinView is back? Doesn't it look amazing? Swinders has a bit of echo. It might actually be a bit of echo. Tim's mic's on. I might actually, Tim, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn your mic off. I have turned you off right now, so no one can hear you. I'll turn you on when you have something to say, please, if that's okay. So if you could give me some sort of signal that you want to say something when you want to say something, and I can turn you on. Because I'll turn off Tim. I've shut him down in the corner. He's currently in sleep mode. Tonight's Trollbots. Let's analyse what we've got here. So, I think Tim was cackling in the background, so I didn't turn you on then. Yeah, not the nicest of positions, I might say. So for those that are new to Formula Pi, this is the Trollbots. They are statically placed robots that are placed on the track. They do not move, they do not drive, but they are placed with the intention to provide our competitors a chance to avoid things and practice avoiding things. So the idea of this is they will have 3 minutes to run around the track and avoid as many robots as they can and do as many laps as possible. Most of the robots tonight are in the green sector. So if you have red sector code that you're running, you're probably going to be fine tonight. If you're running anything on the inside line, good luck. I think that's really all I can offer. Oh no, look, there's a sneaky troll bot out there in the red. I didn't spy that one. Oh, that's tricky. That's very naughty. So, yes, how many minutes have we had?
We are ready to go. Alright,
let's send away Team Muon and Sheldon's Fury tonight. Fairly evenly matched robots, only half a second between their best lap times from testing. So let's see how they do. I had a pen, I was going to write stuff down. Let's see how they get on. They're off, both green light away. Oh, they both piled into that first robot, making an absolute meal of those first 2 robots. Having a bit of a moment. Really just driving, maybe this was a team strategy. Move all of the robots out of the way and then continue on. Muon making a bad start, going the wrong way. We now have a minus lap counter. So we are trying to keep track of when people do negative laps. So that has gone to -1 for Muon, so they'll have to cross the line in order to get back to 0 again. So we're trying to mark out when people have done a negative lap, because I know that was causing some confusion last season. So we've added that in, so that's why that now says -1. When they cross the line, it'll be set to 0 again. There we go, as if by magic. We did discuss as well, whilst Team Muon and Sheldon's Fury are having trouble getting around the first corner, we did discuss making the text coloured so that you could see which robot was which, or putting a little box next to the robot to indicate which car was which, so when they're upside down you can see. So what we have here is the green robot is Sheldon's Fury, and the red robot is Team Muon. So we're going to try and implement that in the break between race 3 and testing 4, which will be in the new year. So that is coming. That's something we are going to do because it was a great idea. So Team Muon first on the board here with 1 lap in the bag. They now seem to have cleared themselves a line now. So after a minute and a half, halfway through, they have the first lap on the board. They are now pushing the other robot out the way, and hopefully they'll be able to get round without too much trouble. Now staying in the red, keeping it out wide. See if they can get another lap on the board. There it is, second lap in the bag. I am just going to tip it up on my keyboard and load something up, which I forgot to load up before we start, because I wanted to remind myself of some things before we started and I forgot to read. So this is looking good for Team Muon. Minute to go now, and we will see how they will be going. So the points for racing, we give people 2 points for each full completed lap that we count on the leaderboard, and 2 points for the win. We only give points if 1 lap is completed. We don't give any points for negative laps. So as it stands at the moment, Team Muon would be getting 8 points for this, now 10 points for this, which is a great start to the season for them. Really good. I think last year the best we saw in challenge rounds was around 8 laps. I'm sure Peter will be quick to jump on that and tell me that I'm wrong, because he's got the ultimate spreadsheet with all the results in. I am currently collating a spreadsheet that will include all results from all seasons of Formula Pi, mainly for my reference, but I'm willing to share it if anybody else is interested when I've done it. So we're counting down here, we're about to be out of time, and that is it. So first result of the season, done. That is Team Muon taking the win there with 4 laps. Sheldon's Fury on 0 laps, really having a torrid time getting out of that first corner. But had the better lap going in, so you would have put money on them winning, but alas, not to be. So I'm going to write down these results and then I can collate the scoreboard rapidly after we have completed all racing. You're up, Tim. You're looking confused. Can I help you with something?
My reference sheet is wrong. I have the tomorrow or Thursday reference sheet.
Well, I have that one. I think Aaron might have... what's that one that's upside down on top of the boards there?
No, that's the Thursday one.
Okay, Aaron may have taken yours, and yours might be somewhere else. If you're desperate, you can have mine. Or you can print another one. Have you found it? You got it? Yay, we'll have to have paperwork. So, well done everyone. Good start. So whilst Aaron is resetting the troll bots and resetting the positions of the new robots, I will wind up faithful old Spin View, which, like I say, I'm really pleased it's back. I'm really happy that Spin View has made a return because it makes my life a lot easier. I don't have to have so much ready. Next up, returning for their second series of Formula Pi, they became 6th in the Winter 17 series. It's Team Skedsmo Kodeklubb. They are a team of Kodeklubb members aged from 12 to 15 years. They did really well in their first season. They haven't submitted any code for testing yet this year, so it's interesting to see how they get on. Good luck to the Kodeklubb. And in the outside lane, we have, coming back for his 5th season of Formula Pi, it's Swinders from Waterlooville in Hampshire. Previous results for Formula Pi have been a 12th, a 2nd in the 2nd season, a 9th and a 20th. So hopefully this time round, Swinders will be improving all the way. I think you were in testing, but I don't think I wrote down your time, so I'm just going to swing through. Swinders' best lap was 16.84 seconds, which is not too untidy. That is pretty nippy. Not the fastest of the night, I don't think, but it was certainly a good first testing session for Swinders. So I've written that down now, so I've got that written down forever. What else have I got to announce this week? Oh, Discord. If you are a competitor and you have not had an invite to the Discord yet, please remind me. I will be sending out some more invites tomorrow morning to those that didn't get on the first round of invites. Either you didn't submit code for testing, so I didn't put you as a priority, or you have only just returned your Rego form. Both of those things need to happen before I'll give you an invite to the Discord. Only because I know who you are then, and we know which team you are, and everything should be good. So if you haven't received one yet, badger me, please. Send an email to claire@formulapi.com, and I will try to give you an invite if I can work out who's missing what. I'm just writing down the last bit of thing that I wanted to write down. Yes, please, Tim, if you could send away Skedsmo and Swinders, please, that would be lovely.
Okay, so I'd like to use, please.
I believe Swinders is in the chat. So, this is it, Heat 2. See how we do. Swinders taking a slightly more tentative approach. He has the green LED on the bottom of his robot. Oh, but Codes, you were just saying about batteries needing to be secure, and that is a reboot. That's the curse of the commentator, or the curse of the chat. That's a reboot for Swinders, and that is a nightmare. Early doors. We've done all we can to try and... I think you had the electrical tape out, didn't you, Tim? I'm asking you technical setup questions now. Not on today, okay. So, sorry, Swinders. Nightmare start. It was tentative out the gates. Do you have any reboot code? That's the next question. Will Swinders come back to life here? Swinders saying, I'll get my coat in the chat. Yeah, it's fine. At least it's still warm. It's just horrendous. Oh, I'm so sorry. But now it looks like we've got a bit of a stalemate here. Skedsmo have got one lap in, but have got stuck on one of the first corner troll bots. This could be an interesting night.
We have a green light on Swinders, you can see it there.
Yeah, we do have a green light, so it's rebooted back up, but it's not moving. So yeah, I'm assuming no reboot code. That is it for you tonight. I think you are now an extra troll bot for Skedsmo to have practice with. After such a good testing as well. Your testing was so good because, like I said, you got a 16.84 best lap. It was one of the fastest robots of the night, with an average of 17.061 rounded. But it's really such a good, promising start for you. And now Skedsmo seem to be having trouble getting off the track. This is a slow watch. Is this going to be a case of the camera can't see the robot it's stuck on because it's at a funny angle and it won't be thinking to reverse? Tim? Oh no! We have... I heard a thump. There it is! You can't react early. But oh no, but it's stuck again. I heard the thump above my head and was like, oh, that's not the weightlifting next door. I was excited and then not excited. Oh dear. Well, this is 30 seconds to go. That is 2 points, 4 points in the bag for Skedsmo. Sadly, not getting any more laps. I don't think they're going to move from that. It's a weird one. Yeah, because they've completed one lap. They get 2 points for the lap they've completed and 2 points for the win. Were you in the rule writing meetings that we had?
Yes. Did they complete a lap? I can't remember that.
Yeah, they've done a lap. They've got of course, you can't see the lap counter.
No, I can't.
Yes, they completed one lap, came back round and got stuck.
Okay.
Yep. Lots of gloves, hats, coats, scarves, emojis in the chat for Swinders. It's good use of emojis. And that's it, race over. So, taking the win in one lap. Not the biggest result ever. That is Team Skedsmo Kodeklubb from Norway. I'm going to write this down before Tim removes it from the screen. And I have no reference at all. They did one lap. And Swinders is there. No, I am collating the leaderboard. That's one of my new jobs. So you can blame me if all the scores are wrong. They shouldn't be. I'm fairly confident in my maths and me Excel skills. Right. Forgotten what I'm doing. So we're quite a busy week. It's said to be quite a busy week. I mean, Black Monday, Cyber Friday. That is the state of me this week. That is the state of me this week. I had 4 days of social media to plan and write, and schedule and get to automatically post, and then do banners and web pages and talk to people, and it's been very busy. Good though. I hope you got some lovely deals this Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. I didn't do anything because I was too busy doing other things. But it was a fairly good weekend, I think, for everyone. There's lots of nice things on Amazon. Saw some nice headphones I could have had, but decided not to. Back to the racing, which is what we're here for, not hearing about my shopping habits. Next up, Red Pie Racing from Sydney in Australia. 10 years professional coding experience. Came 15th in their first season of Formula Pi, but haven't put any testing in code yet this year, so we don't have any current form for them. But remember, they got a couple of wins and had some good racing. I think they ended up in the gravel in one particular race. I have a memory of that happening. I could be wrong. Next up, we have third-time entrant into Formula Pi. It is WHacky Racer from Saint-Ouen in France. They have 2 Formula Pi seasons worth of experience in Python before this season. Their best lap that they did in reverse in testing was 15.4 seconds, with an average reverse lap time of 18.658. I wrote it down anyway, even though it was in reverse, because I was interested to keep track of how these people are faring doing laps anyway. So hopefully WHacky Racers tonight will be going in the right direction, not in the reverse direction, and now we have a minus lap counter, so it counts. So WHacky Racer there on the right with the green light underneath their robot, and Red Pie Racing on the left with the conveniently labelled red light underneath their robot. So that's an easy way for me to remember this heat. And breathe. How are we doing? 2 minutes up? Nope, Tim's shaking his head. That's the table making a noise, not me. Yep, thumbs up please, right away, Tim, send away Red Pie Racing and WHacky Racer. So green, red, green, and then the robots will autonomously move off from the line. And hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll get around that first corner without too much trouble. Let's have a look and see how we do. Red Pie Racing piling into the back of that first robot, and WHacky Racer having a think, making an avoiding movement straight into the other robot. Oh, Red Pie Racing have beached themselves. I can see in the background they've got stuck on the barriers, but WHacky Racer have made a move through. Fabulous. So we've got WHacky Racer away, making their way around the track, tentatively going around the robots, just caught its wheels there on one of the robots, having a reverse, having a think, and moving away. That's a brilliant avoidance. Really good. Red Pie Racing now off the start line. They've gone backwards. They're working their way in the reverse around the track, but WHacky Racer here going to get the first, maybe the first lap on early doors, but now they've decided they might want to go the other way. Oh, come on, Red Pie Racing. Come on, WHacky Racer. Let's be having you. Here we go. So Red Pie have got their first lap on the board. Now we have WHacky Racer again coming into that first robot. They're going to reverse and then turn right, it seems. Oh no, not another beach. Okay, but they are. We can all just relax. So, can WHacky Racer get more on the clock here? Seems like they're just driving into the other robot now. Wheels are turning. I'm thinking about it. Red Pie Racing are back now. Ooh. Let's see what's happening. I'm just looking at a few other things and trying to work out what's occurring for the rest of this evening. WHacky Racer now have undone their lap, and now they've redone their lap, so there we go. You can see the negative lap counter is coming into effect now and keeping track of everyone. We didn't actually discuss, I've just realised there's a case we didn't discuss happening, is what happens when they're both on 0 laps but somebody's been forwards and come backwards again. That was something we didn't talk about, but it hasn't happened yet, so we haven't had to decide. But we might discuss that in the time off now. But WHacky Racer, first to complete their lap, so they are in the lead, I think, until Red Pie Racing come across the line here, and then they will have 2 laps, so Red Pie Racing have now taken the lead. Thank you, Pico, for popping into the chat. Watching on a big screen. Someone's doing well. Enjoy. I'm sure that's lovely. I wish I was watching on a big screen, but I do have a new graphics card now, so it's working. But thank you, Pico, for posting that link for everyone. So check out the leaderboard if you want to look. I will fill that in, hopefully, if I get time. Fingers crossed this week. If I don't, I'm sorry, but I will be trying my best. So 20 seconds now, counting down. WHacky Racer have got 2 laps here. They are fighting now with Red Pie Racing in the S's. Can either of them make a move and get a 3rd lap in? I can feel banging. I think the gym's going as well at the same time. I sometimes think it's robots, and then sometimes think it's us. But I think feels like the gym. I can feel doors and things moving. I think it's the gym. But that is it. A lovely a bit of coordinated robot dancing there before the end of the race, but that is it for Heat 3. So WHacky Racer there taking the early win with 2 laps. So let me write down WHacky Racer with 2 laps. And Red Pie Racing in second place with 1 lap. But a lot of to and fro in that, a lot of dodging and avoiding. So it was good to see WHacky Racer actually having a bit of an avoidance, reversing, thinking about it, moving, and carrying on. So that's good. We're about halfway. This is a question for you. This is actually a question that you'll be happy to answer. Sponsors video. Do I have one or not? Because now's the time for that, you see, is to say thank you to all the people who sponsored us and thank you to the... Tim's weeping no. So I will do it verbally. Thank you to IQaudIO for sponsoring for this year again. Thank you so much for providing I think they provided some DAC hats again for the prizes that are going to go out. We also have a new sponsor, Team Lamillo, this year, who have joined us on the sponsorship, so thank you so much. They're also racing. I think they are on tomorrow night, if I check my sheets and roughing paper. Yep, they're on tomorrow night. Who else is on the lovely sponsorship list? They're the only two that Mod My Pie, the lovely Mod My Pie. We had some wonderful Black Friday deals. If you fancy getting a Pyborg Yeti Borg, they have lovely kits available for in sale at the moment, actually almost half price, which is pretty good. Electromaker.io, the hardware hacking community, who had some wonderful things this Black Friday weekend with lots of great deals from all the usual suspects. POSIX are back on the sponsorship bandwagon again, lovely, with their automated GPS tags and locators. Well, then we won't say them, then just get.
Okay.
But I think Yarbuti was fairly successful this weekend with Pimeroni, that's all I'm going to say. Love you, Paul. Big love to the team as well, Sandy and Tanya and Phil doing amazing work this week. So, well done. Yes, we're also busy. Right, we've got another set of robots up for Heat 4. We are good to go. I guess some of the other things I should announce as well. Blog went out with test results in, which I popped out over the weekend. I think I did that. I did it sometime between last week and today. So that's been posted with average lap times that we recorded during that session. I aim to do a similar little race report for this one. It won't be particularly long, but it will have the results in and it'll have little talking points. Also, because people asked for it, I also went back through the YouTube video and put little timestamps next to each team that raced. So they will have, if you go onto the YouTube description, you hit see more, there will be the running order, and next to each person there will be a timestamp that you can click and it will go through to that person. I guess that's all I've got to announce. Formula Pi based stuff. I was a busy little bee this weekend and I got quite a lot done. I can't promise the same for this weekend, but I will boot up SpinView and introduce Heat 4, which is happening now. We have on the outside Deep Purple from Aarhus in Denmark. A lot of coding experience. They list their coding experience as. They got an average lap time of 24.024 seconds in the testing, with a best lap time of 20.89 seconds. First entry to Formula Pi, so this is a new season for them. Next up, we have the IT guy from Independence, Oregon, who has 5 years of spare time Python and PHP coding experience. This is their 4th season in Formula Pi. Previous results were 2nd, 14th and 23rd. Best lap for Jamie in the testing was 16.86 seconds. Best average time was 17.302 seconds rounded. So this should be an interesting race. We've got one car who is quite quick, quite nippy. The other one is a little slower and more measured. But both approaches work well in this heat. Yes, please send them away, Tim.
Okay, start my sequence, please.
I have finished speaking. Technically, Carl says this is his 2nd entry. Well, this is like Pico having the 2 entries. Right. Oh, Deep Purple hangering round and blocking the IT guy from getting through there. There was a gap and there was a door, and all of a sudden Deep Purple was filling that space. Carl is just in the chat and he's saying he was 50% of Makerspace Randers, which were the team that did very well last year. They were in the final or close to the final. They were in the final, 7th, I believe, top of my head. They did well. That was a good showing. So technically 50% of that team. which is great. We have a negative lap here for the IT guy to start off with, and Deep Purple still trying to get around for their first lap. They've mounted one of the troll bots now and are a bit stuck, but now they're back on the go again. So we're now 0-0, but it looks like Deep Purple are about to clock in their first lap here with the IT guy. Actually making some good avoidance manoeuvres here. It's good going for the robot, reversing a little bit, and then taking a hit. Yeah, so let me explain the -1 count. We now have a lap counter which will record the number of negative laps that are done. So if a team keeps going around in reverse, it will count the laps. Previously, we just didn't increment the lap counter, and we kept a note of how many negative laps they'd done and waited for them to increment. It made commentary quite difficult because then I thought a robot had stopped when I kept seeing it moving. So I suggested that we put a negative lap count on to indicate when a car has gone backwards around the track. So when we're racing, you won't notice. But when the cars are on 0 laps, you will notice, because -1 laps is a bit silly. But we have to count that because we can't count them having completed a full lap. They have technically not started their first lap yet. That's why we've done it. It makes more sense that way, and it makes it clear who's done what laps where. Now we have a robot traffic jam with 2 troll bots and 2 competitors now stuck with 1 lap each. They are trying their best to free themselves. Deep Purple singing with the red light on the bottom there is Deep Purple, green light is the IT guy. It looks like everyone's a bit stuck. We've got 52 seconds. And actually, do you know what? This gym being next door and then making a lot of banging noises is actually quite good, because previously a banging noise upstairs would indicate to me that there's been a problem with a robot, and because we're on a delay so that we can change the cameras and move things around, I didn't know whether I knew it was a robot. If there was a big crash upstairs, I'd hear it. But now I can only feel the weights coming down, so I don't know who it is, whether it's a robot or some giant set of weights. So that's quite good. 20 seconds left. Deep Purple have now got in a second lap here, upside down, but driving in reverse, which is still in the right direction technically. Double negative, but that works. I think this is probably going to be it, though. I think this might be. I don't think we'll get back round in the 4 seconds we've got left. Oh, good evening, George has just joined us in the chat. Raspresto and Fieno. They are going to be racing tomorrow night. We forgot to upload their code. They emailed it to us. It wasn't part of the system, but they will be announced tomorrow. But that's it. We're done for this heat. So that is Deep Purple taking the win with 2 laps, and the IT guy with 1 lap. Quite a good little session. They're busy. Quite a lot happening. Let me write that down so I can calculate all of this in the peace of my own home, and I'll get back later with a cup of tea. Tim, any comments? Shake your head. Sky's blue, says Tim. Riveting stuff. So that's a no from Tim. No comments. So I'm glad SpinView's working all right tonight, and it looks fabulous on the new graphics card. It's very smooth. The old graphics card must have been so on its last legs for it to go pop just before last session. So I will bring back SpinView now for the second time. And next up we have a new team. Team PiSR from Leuven in Belgium, one of the best places for beer in the world. It's official. 30 years of coding experience, mostly hobby, recently also some professional projects, so good to have you with us. Send us beer, please. We will take any Belgian beers. I am not fussy. It is the best beer in the world. I will not take anything else. And on the outside, we have PiHard, who came 4th in the last season of Formula Pi with a fabulous run from them. They ended up with a DNS in testing. Didn't manage to get off the line, but they are one of 2 teams from Electromaker.io that have entered this year, and they are looking to move off the line. I love that lid. It's fabulous. It's just everything. It's got puns, it's got Formula Pi, it's got cars, it's got explosions. What more could you want? It's a fabulous thing. Yes. It's been a good little showing tonight. There's good little laps. I've been enjoying tonight, actually. I'd actually quite like to sit and watch this one night. Do you think there's somebody that could take over my job, and somewhere I could just go and sit down and actually just enjoy watching this, rather than having to panic talk at people on the internet for 40 minutes and worry about not swearing? I'd quite like to be able to heckle, actually. I'd quite like to be able to watch it in the same way that I watch the Formula 1, and, hurl abuse at people. So I just...
Make it R-rated.
It would make it R-rated. I don't think anybody would want to see that or hear any of my opinions about Formula One at all. So on the left-hand lane we have PiSR with the red light underneath, and the green light is PiHard, just in case you need to know. We are still a little bit delayed. Other things that I've been doing, and the boys have been doing as well, actually, is we've been trying to improve some of the behind-the-scenes kind of the mechanical side of running Formula Pi. I've been writing some scripts today and improving a few of the broadcast scripts and improving bits and pieces and making things a bit more automated as much as we can. So hopefully we'll spend less time actually running this next year and more time actually enjoying it and watching it and writing race reports and improving the track and stuff like that, like we did this year with the lighting. So yeah, it's been different this season with me on board, I think. I don't know if you noticed any difference. Probably not. There's nothing nodding. He knows that that's the right answer. Off we go. Oh, we also did a little Periscope this morning as well on Twitter, just to show some of the battery stuff when we were prepping for tonight. So go and check that out if you want to see what we get up to when we have multimeters and robots. Both robots getting off the line here cleanly. PiHard obviously improving their code now, and the avoidance works. That was a clear avoid. Now we're doing a bit of an Austin Powers. We're going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards in between the rubber barriers, but that was an avoidance. I saw it with my own two eyes. So keep nudging it and it'll soon give you a big enough gap. Ooh, bit of a digital problem there. Yep, it'll clear. That was a bit of a weird one. PiHard, clearly here, have been on the avoidance. This is looking great for the team. I think they are in the chat. I can see Simon in the chat actually from Chitty Chitty Pie Pie, who's on tomorrow night. I've not seen any of the others yet in the chat from the IQaudIO team, unless you were all watching on a big screen somewhere like you were in the finals. So PiHard getting in the first big lap here. I like this idea of everybody watching on a big screen. Maybe we should open like a robot pub that shows things like Formula Pi and robo racing. It'd be a great idea, wouldn't it? We should do this. The robot arms like they had at EMF camp. Oh, long live the robot arms. They're great there. Good beers. Oh, they are. I can see Ryan in the chat. Hello, Ryan. I can see Ryan from PiHard in the chat. Doing very well so far, 2 laps. You're actually, I reckon, if you can keep going at this pace, I think you're probably going to be on for the most laps tonight. I've put my money on it so far. 4 being the biggest count we've had so far from Team Muon earlier on this evening. I think you're going to beat 4. Fairly confident. That avoidance is looking pretty tasty. I'm interested to see, because I can see that you've got there's obviously a close quarters one where you get close and it kind of avoids. But I can see that there's a proper... That was a skid and then an avoid to the crash. Oh no. This is... I can't see what's happened to PiSR. Clearly having trouble with the barriers there. But PiHard here, absolutely smashing it. I think this is easily going to be the biggest lap count of the night. The avoidance is working really well. It looks very, very stable. So brilliant. Going from DNS and testing to this, fabulous. Great work from the team. Go on PiHard, let's have it. Oh, so PiHard have helped PiSR now out of their pickle, but just move them on to the apex. But this is looking good for PiHard. I think they're going to easily get a lap in here and complete the testing run to get the most laps. I think this is going to be a good handful of points here for PiHard. Currently, if they get this lap in, that will be 12 points at least. So that is absolutely brilliant. Great start for the season for them. Good start to the campaign. Also, just to keep people updated as well, I've been updating the calendar and I've been updating Discord and the website and stuff to try and keep you all as informed as I possibly can. So please let me know if it's too much information, if I'm just going completely mad now and giving you information overload. Please tell me to stop if you don't want that much information. But this is looking like this is it for PiHard. A massive 14 points in the bag for PiHard with some absolutely brilliant avoidance there. Fabulous. So strongest performance of the night so far. Fabulous. But PiSR really struggling with the avoidance. I can hear it banging now in the S's quietly as they go. But fabulous work from PiHard. So that is the penultimate run for tonight. Now we move on to the final heat of tonight. I will wind up the oldie spin view. This is going at much more of a pace this tonight because I know what I'm doing. On the outside lane with the red LED underneath their robot, it is IQaudIO, our sponsors, like I said earlier on. This is their 4th season in Formula Pi with us. They've had a 10th, a 5th and a 7th, so always a strong showing. Really good results from them. In testing, they got an average lap time of 18.658 seconds, and they got a best lap time of 17.31 seconds, so a good start for them. And next up, we have Stumble and Splash, a new team joining us this year in Formula Pi. They are from Carlisle in the UK. Minimal bits of coding in lots of language, but no in-depth knowledge of any. That's my sort of coder. A man after my own heart. That is how I code. I know lots of little bits about lots of little things, but not anything in depth. It's a good way to be. You can solve lots of problems. So good luck, Stumble and Splash. I have no previous records and they didn't do testing, so I don't have any idea about how they're going to cope with this avoidance. Tim, can you please update the thing that has the names of the people who are on the track doing the thing, or is that Aaron? Is it? So I'd have to wait for... I thought you did that, or is that for testing you do that? Okay, so job roles move around. There's liquid around here. I think I've just been really, really quick at introducing these guys now. I am on a proper run here. But yes, Pi Hard, as Swinders states, now currently the provisional leader as it stands. Tim's cheering. Are you cheering?
Yeah, I was the crowd.
That you were the crowd?
Yeah,
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you for being the crowd. I can get quite lonely in this little box. I love Sturt and Spur. That is Stumble and Smash's shortened name that we have chosen. We could have just gone for Stumble, but no, Sturt and Pur. Sturt and Spur.
But if it's two, one Stumble and the other one's Splash,
Yeah.
then it's not being fair because you're only talking about one.
No, that's true. Talking of Splash, we should make this like a steeplechase. There should be a water feature. There's like just a little trough for them to go through, like a little splash.
Maybe sort of on the side, sort of icy.
Icy corner.
Icy. Sort of,
It's not like Wipeout. Yeah.
Why not?
Should be like Wipeout. Maybe we can like Wipeout. Yeah, we could. These are all things we can plan for next season. I don't think it would be. I mean, tonight it certainly wouldn't be any problems freezing things up there. But your summer season, you might struggle with getting icy corners, off-camber bits. I think off-camber bits would be quite cool. Yes, thank you. 2 minutes. Lovely. Managed to successfully pad for that time. So here we go. Green, red, green for the final lap of tonight. And they're off, both robots away. Great starts. IQaudIO and Stumble and Splash driving straight into the first two trollbots. That seems to be the strategy, actually. Just hurl yourself for the first two trollbots. Hope for the best. Move them out of the way. And then carry on. Stumble and Splash getting away here, nice and clean. Track temp. Do you know what? We really need a track temperature up there. I might send up... I have some temperature probes. I might put some up there off a Raspberry Pi so they don't get hot. Yeah, I mean, it is 5 degrees outside here today, so it's pretty cold. And it's pretty chilly up there. It's definitely freezing overnight. Yes, it is that cold. Aaron is in his jumper up there. It's not summer anymore here. So yeah, definitely 5 degrees. We do have a temperature reading on the wall, but that would mean Tim would have to go outside. It's too complicated. Good start here for Stumble and Splash. Clocking up the laps here. A Pi Hard type of pace here. This could be a 6-lapper. I don't want to say anything, but could be. I just got stuck on a robot. I should really keep my mouth shut because tonight I've been proper cursed of the commentator. I shouldn't say anything until it actually happens. I'll slap on my tea instead so I can be quiet for a bit. Looking good for Stumble and Splash here. 2 laps in. 3 laps at about the halfway mark, so Pi Hard. Not looking so secure here. This could be interesting. Not sure what's happened to IQaudIO. They appear to have stopped. That's them just stopped underneath the start-finish line rank sort of barrier thing. I think they have stopped. They've gone backwards across the finish line and then stopped. Not sure what's caused that. I didn't see a flash, so I haven't seen them reset. I have no idea what's happened to their code. We'll have to investigate. So Stumble and Splash had a great start. They now appear to be stuck on a robot, but are making moves to try and get round the Trollbot car park that's now formed. on the first corner. Now in reverse. See if I can get over. They have. Reverse driving. This is an interesting tactic. They're trying to self-right maybe. They're trying to get a grip. Trying to get purchase on that wall. Can they do it? Nope. Having a go, I don't think. And they're going forwards again. This was a good start from them, but not gone so well. It's a good middle start, so I'll put them probably middle of the pack tonight. Unless they can self-right, can't see them getting any more laps. Tim's on the move. He's having a walk. Are you going to check the temperature outside? Yeah, he's going to check the temperature outside. He's got a laser temperature reader that he can actually test the temperature with. He's decided to abandon his post now because it looks like everybody has kind of stopped. 10 seconds to go, and then we'll be done for this evening. And quite a nippy session. It really was quite speedy tonight.
I have 11 degrees.
You have 11 degrees? Okay, it's warmer than I thought it was then. Feels quite cold out there. But that is it for this Heat 6 that we've done. Great start for Stumble and Splash, or Sturt and Spurt as they are in the shortened version on the leaderboard. Not such a great start for IQaudIO with -1 laps there. That'll be 0 points for them. We don't do like -2 points because that would be really, really mean. Yes, Swinders, absolutely. It is any excuse to pull out the laser-driven temperature thermometer probe thing. It really is any excuse. I should set up a more permanent readout that I can do before the track. We should be publishing like track conditions like they do, you know, before the Formula One. They're like, it's rainy with, you know...
It's dry because it's...
Indoors. I know, but we could tell them it's raining outside. It'd be nice, you know. It gives it's dry because it's indoors. Still dry. Still dry. Noisy because the gym's on. Still dry. Still dry. We could say what weather's like outside. We could say what temperature that it is in the room and then on the track as well. We could do all of these things. These are all things we, you know, with time and a Raspberry Pi, we can do anything. That's it for tonight. We are done. That is the first 6 heats completed. So provisional leader so far is PiHard. Then in second place we have Team Muon. In third place we have Stumble and Splash. In fourth place, joint fourth place, we have WHacky Racer and Deep Purple. And then after that, everybody's on 1s and 0s. So I will count up the official leaderboard after Thursday's session, but that's your provisional as we stand. That's it for tonight. We will see you on Thursday in a slightly different time to our usual slot. The link should be available on the YouTube. Different day, sorry. No, it's the same day. It's just today was a different day, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh dear, I'm in a total pickle. Thursday. It doesn't matter what day it is. It's Thursday. We'll see you on Thursday, 6:30 GMT in the usual place on YouTube. We'll see you in the Discord. Maybe tomorrow might be a bit busy because we're away, but we will do our best to answer any queries that you have. That's it. Any other messages?
I'll try and have the sponsors video ready for Thursday.
Lovely. That would be great.
Sorry,
so we will see you all on Thursday. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you later on. Bye-bye for now.